start maybe with David. You joined a very big ensemble and a very, elaborate and ambitious show. What was it like for you to join that group this past season?
Yeah, it's very nervous to join a show like that, but it's always nervous when you're on your own in your hotel bedroom before you meet anybody. Before you get to set, you're always, talking to yourself and talking yourself down and sort of getting very nervous. And, of course, when you get on the set, particularly on our show, and I'm sure for everybody, the atmosphere is very collegiate. Everybody wants you to succeed. And our show is led by Andrew Lincoln, who I know, and he's a fantastic leading actor. I mean, it's great to work with him. Not just a leading actor on the sense that he comes up with the goods and he can do the work and he can play the character, but just the fact that he looks after everybody else on set. He leads from the front. He's the first guy on set. He's the last guy to leave. His professionalism is uppermost. And he looks after, and that filters down, and all great shows, I think, have that. They have that. Everybody wants that show to succeed. And we have a great crew as well. The other thing for us, and I'm sure for everybody, is the crew are fantastic. For me, coming from the UK, working on that show down in Atlanta, the crew are the people who really keep it together, and they work a lot more than that. There's no trailer for them to go back to when they're sort of off the scene. They're there all the time, and they work so hard, and I'm really admiring of them as well as the other cast, really.
Can you talk about the experience of finding your rhythm with Connie and Hayden? What the startup of Nashville was like for you?
Well, that's sort of the secret. I think people want to know, and they don't teach you in acting school or any acting class, that the secret is to be surrounded by great actors and great writers and everything like that. So I knew when I saw the script that I loved it, but when I heard who was cast, that it was Connie Britton. I'd been a fan for a long time through Friday Night Lights. I thought her work there with Kyle Chandler was some of the most real and authentic acting that I'd seen in a long time. Their husband and wife were as good as it gets in my mind. So on the one hand, it's a little daunting when you're about to step in front of a camera like that with somebody like that. On the other hand, I've been around long enough to know that if it works, it might really work. And the same is true with Hayden Panettiere, who I met through the audition process and was immediately supportive. And
Freddie, obviously you and Vera are such pillars of Bates Motel. Can you talk about the process of getting comfortable with her and inhabiting Norman?
Yeah, no, I guess it was certainly lucky that that Vera and I got along. Otherwise you'd be spending a lot of time with someone having to fake it. So, no, it was always a really kind of collaborative effort, I guess, with Vera. And as everyone has been saying, they always, working with fantastic actors always inspires you to raise your game and to keep up with them.
Talk about the process of, working with such a big ensemble and making sure that you make those great contributions to every season.
Well, yeah, there's no competition that we feel, certainly, on our show. And really it comes from, we've talked about the crew and the other people, but also the great writing, Had the joy of getting to do Vince Gilligan scripts for 6 years. It was tremendous. And working with guys like Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, Anna Gunn, Betsy Brandt, it's just it's phenomenal. It's really it's just a matter of getting in there and trying to hold your own, because they're terrific.
Well, I think we've gone on to year 8 that we've been doing this. It's always been pretty consistent. John Hamm is always lighthearted but focused, and as everyone else has said, that leads the group.